For the past few months, we've been celebrating flowers, their beauty, their shapes, their colors, and patterns. However, today we want to look at a major supporting role, their leaves. Leaves may look really simple, but if you take a deeper look, they actually have really cool patterns and shapes to them as well too. So today, we're going to be celebrating leaves. I'm Rayna Lo, welcome to my studio. So leaves are really pretty. If you take a closer look, you can actually see a lot of lines and patterns within the leaf. So today we're going to be inspired by the lines that we see and the patterns that they make. So I'm going to draw out some simple shapes with leaves, and we're only going to use one color today too. We're going to use this Posca marker, which is a paint pen. And they're really fun to use. The colors are vibrant and they're not messy at all. They're really easy to use. So I'm just going to draw, just a little stem to get us started, and you can make any squiggly line. And this is going to be the first leaf. So I was inspired by this leaf that I see here, and it kind of has a cool heart shape to it. So I'm just going to draw a simple heart shape. And I'm noticing some lines too. And you don't have to make your lines look exactly like the plant. This is your artistic interpretation of what you see, and it honestly can go in so many directions. So we're going to draw that line in the middle. And I've also noticed some lines going from the sides too. So that's our first leaf. So I really like where this is going, so I'm going to make small modifications as I go down the vine. So I'm going to make another heart shape to create a leaf, but this time I'm going to change up the lines a little bit. So that's a really cool pattern that I've made with the leaf. I'm going to continue on. I like drawing the center line first. And now I see two halves, and I kind of want to design them in a really unique way. So this half of the leaf, I'm going to just draw some lines. And then the other half, I'm actually going to really change it up and draw some circles in it. So it's still a leaf shape, but it has a really cool, unique design to it. And this is all inspired by the original leaf that I saw, and I'm just making small modifications as I go along. And I'm also going to start changing the leaf shape as well too. It can look more like an egg instead of a heart. And then I can draw the middle line going through. Draw some lines in between for the leaf. And I really like where this one is going to. Let me do that again, draw my egg shape. This time I'm not gonna draw the center line. I think I wanna change this one up a little bit. I'm kind of really liking how this one is, but I'm gonna remove that middle line so it looks like that. So I'm inspired by a simple green leaf, but as you can see, it can go in so many directions. So let's move on to a bigger sheet of paper and make a really big, unique composition just using leaves. I really like where this is going, so I'm going to transfer this pattern onto a bigger sheet of paper to make a bigger composition. For this piece, I'm actually going to use a different green color too, just to change it up. So I'm going to be using this green color just to change it up a little bit. So first, I'm going to draw a big squiggly line along the paper to outline where I'm going to attach all the leaves. So this gives me a good base. And I'm just going to start drawing leaves. I have no idea where this is going. I have no expectations on what the outcome is going to look like. I'm just playing around with each pattern and evolving as I go along. So I'm gonna start with what I know, which is what I drew in my sketchbook right here. And then I'm going to just play along and see where my mind takes me. I'm really inspired by these circles here, so I'm actually going to make a stem of leaves with just a bunch of circles. I'm going to get started by drawing patterns that I've noticed directly from nature, from my very own plant collection. Some leaves look like hearts, so I'm starting off with hearts, and then I'm drawing the veins that run through the heart leaves. I'm just finishing up this composition of leaves. I'm really excited at how it's coming together. When looking at these leaves, I'm reminded by a popular saying in Chinese that says, flowers cannot exist without the support of their leaves. And I find that especially true because flowers do stand out more when you have leaves attached to them. The significance of the supporting leaves shows that no matter how brilliant you may think you are, you do need the support of others to help you shine. I'm actually gonna go back to this composition and fill in some pink. There are actually some leaves in nature that grow pink and they're really beautiful, and I wanted to add some pink into the leaves to add some contrast. I usually know when I'm done with a composition, when I feel satisfied with how it turned out and I like all the patterns that I'm seeing. And yes, I'm very satisfied with how this looks. I really hope that with this composition that you can start thinking about all the individuals that play an important supporting role in your life. Thanks for watching. I really hope you can tune in for our final illustration next month. We're going to think about bringing everything together that we've learned throughout the past few months. Until then, let's stay connected. I love to keep in touch. You can find me at raynalo.com or on Instagram at rayna.lo. Also, we'd love to check out your work. Please tag us at Gardner Museum so we can see your artwork. See you next month.